Hello and welcome to CNN 10. I'm Isabel Rosales, filling in for Coy Wire. I am so happy to be with you again. Today is Thursday, November 7th, and it has been one historic week, so let's get right into the news. We start with the political comeback of former President Donald Trump, projected to be the 47th president of the United States. CNN projected Trump's victory yesterday morning after the state of Wisconsin secured him the electoral votes to put him over that 270 votes needed to win the presidency. Trump is not only projected to win each of the 7 swing states up for grabs in this election, but he also got more votes in some places than he did during his 2016 election win. Trump will return to the White House 4 years after leaving a controversial term and an attempt to overturn the 2020 election to stay in office. He's also the first president to be impeached twice and run for office with criminal convictions and other criminal charges. This is a stunning loss for Democrats who ran on keeping Trump from returning to the White House and changing a divided political landscape. It was only in July that Vice President Kamala Harris was quickly swapped in as the Democratic Party's nominee for president, after an already unpopular President Joe Biden gave an ill-fated performance at the CNN debate against Trump in June. Vice President Harris called President-elect Trump on Wednesday to offer her congratulations before delivering a concession speech in front of supporters in Washington, D.C.
So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright.
Meanwhile, CNN projects Republicans will win control of the Senate, delivering the party's first majority in the chamber since 2021. The Senate will then have its own election for a Republican leader set to happen next week. At the time this show was written, control of the House of Representatives has yet to be called. Republicans are defending a narrow majority there, and it could take a week or more before those races are determined. The work of an election doesn't stop now that Donald Trump is the projected winner of the presidential contest. Our Phil Mattingly walks us through what happens after every ballot is cast and shows us how we get to Inauguration Day.
So what happens after an election? Turns out, a lot. Officials count the ballots in the states, and while news agencies like CNN may project a winner
of the presidential race,
it doesn't mean it's over, especially if there are legal challenges. It could actually take weeks. Now, the vote must be certified by December 11th, and that's where the Electoral College comes into play. See, you might remember, you actually vote for electors.
Has the tally been completed?
Yes, Lieutenant Governor.
And on December 17th, those electors meet, cast their votes, and then send them off to Washington. And if you're wondering why electors don't go rogue, well, it turns out in most states there are laws binding them to the decision made by their voters. They can't actually go their own way. And then, in January, just a few days after a new Congress is sworn in, those votes are read.
232 votes.
And then they are counted before the new House and Senate chambers.
Dissolved.
And after all of that, on January 20th of 2025, the new president and vice president are sworn in to begin their 4-year term in office.
10-second trivia. In addition to the International Space Station, the United States, Russia, and what other country have each independently launched and operated their own space stations? Canada, India, Japan, or China? Your answer here is China, which constructed the Tiangong Space Station, a crewed space station operated by the China Manned Space Agency.
This is the moment China's Shenzhou 18 capsule touched down on Earth on November 4th.
虽然现在我们已经圆满地完成了神舟18号飞行任务，但是探索太空永无止境。
太空浩瀚，神奇美丽，我们都非常享受失重带来的别样体验。
The 3-person crew spent 6 months at China's space station. There, they ran dozens of experiments, including monitoring a tank of zebrafish in a closed mini ecosystem, according to China's state broadcaster CCTV. The astronauts also brought back more than 50 samples. Some of these could be used to study the habitability of space environments, reports China's Xinhua news agency.
Imagine a school where one of your classrooms is the second longest coastline in the world. Well, this unique school, UWC Red Cross Nordic, is located in one of Norway's many fjords, or inlets, and is home to hundreds of students from over 80 countries. The school's humanitarian and environmental focus strives to unite people of all cultures for peace and sustainability.
The fjords of Western Norway provide a breathtaking backdrop to a unique international organisation rooted in Nordic culture.
UWC Red Cross Nordic is an international school teaching students aged from 16 to 19 located on the west coast of Norway.
With 200 students from 90 countries, UWC Red Cross Nordic offers a unique learning environment.
The college has environment as one of our base pillars. So we focus a lot on environment and impact on environment. So this sort of comes in everything we do. Here we were lucky we had a projector.
The school is supported by the Red Cross and encourages students to take action to protect people and places in need. At the centre of their education model is a project-based learning, or PBL.
Project-based learning basically implies that they are the ones who are part of the planning and they do the project and then they evaluate and look into how things were.
A recent study found that Norway contributes an estimated 15,000 tonnes of plastic waste into the environment annually. And with almost 29,000 kilometres of coastline, plastic pollution poses a threat to marine ecosystems around the country.
Norway has one of the longest coasts in the world, and that is why it makes it so complicated, right?
Thank you. During the coastal cleanup PBL, the students are leaving their dorms and embracing Norwegian coastal culture.
Thanks.
We're living in a boat for 5 days. It's just a joy being, when you wake up and there's a little bit of waves, you wake up to, some rowing, and it's totally magnificent.
It has been really great. I haven't been in a boat before. Sometimes it moves and it's a bit scary, but it's really, really cool.
The project has been running for the past 4 years. During this time, students have removed several tons of plastic from coastal islands, significantly impacting both the environment and the participants.
Within the space of about 6 hours, we collected around 300 kilograms of plastic, and it was totally surprising.
Wow. It's been quite bittersweet. So just opening up and seeing like layers and layers and layers of plastic where you take out one and there's even more and more.
Crazy. I still really want to make something that, thanks to this experience, will allow me to inspire other people and to tell them that this is going on, thanks to the fact that I saw it with my own eyes.
It doesn't have to be changing the whole world, but if they can make an impact in their own little way in the spaces they are in, that little sort of drop in the ocean, probably many drops, will make a big difference.
Today's story getting a 10 out of 10. Get a whiff of this sensational souvenir. For a cool $11, you too can take home a breezy can of air. Yes, air, from Italy's Lake Como. Communications company Italy Comunica says it has bottled 400 millimeters of 100% authentic air from the super trendy tourist destination. Some may call it a gimmicky gift, but hey, it's gonna fit in your carry-on. Time now for the best part of the day. We're sending a shout out to the Panther Cubs of Beverly Middle School in Beverly, Massachusetts. All right, keep on shining, superstars. Today has been so much fun, everyone. I'm Isabel Rosales. Thank you so much for letting me join you all. I am ready to take on the rest of the day, and I hope you are too. You're truly what makes CNN 10 the best 10 minutes in news. Take care.